Moxie by Jennifer Mathieu. I feel like there's a debate how you pronounce her name. Anyway, this video is very much not spoiler free. This is a glorified rant. We need to talk about this book, you guys. We need to rant and rave and ramble and just generally discuss this book. So, let's talk. Okay, so here is a quick heads up about the following rant. Oh, sorry, did I say rant? I meant review. It will be full of cursing and over-the-top gestures and probably a lot of hyperventilating, if I'm being honest, because here's the thing, this novel is fucking genius. Oh my gosh, you guys, this novel is brilliant. This covers every single little thought that every single woman has thought with at least 100 times in their life, if not 100 times every single fucking week. Main character is a 16-year-old girl, kind of girl next door type, quiet, average Mary Jane, does well in school, has a few friends, first boyfriend, you know, American high school shit. So this girl, Vivian, is sick to death of all these guys that are in her class and all the male teachers who just objectify and put down all the female students in like every single second sentence. And also, speaking of male teachers and dress codes, all these little tiny tweens, and they get called on it by the male staff members. Why isn't anyone more concerned about the fact middle-aged men are determining the sexual attractiveness of 13-year-olds? Okay, if you got a married white man in his 40s becoming sexually distracted by the knees of a 14-year-old girl, she isn't the problem. Okay, what about fucking lesbians, okay? What about bi girls? What about pan-demi-queer female students who suddenly don't lose control of themselves when they see a shoulder? Like, oh my gosh, my bra strap is showing? Oh no, really? Well, I guess my secret is out then. I, a biologically female teenager, do in fact have boobs. Oh my gosh, someone called cavalry. So, continuing on with this review, and very pointedly not apologizing for that last rant, the main character in this, Viv, she is like one of the most relatable protagonists that I have ever read. Sexism is out there every single gosh damn day, and you know that you cannot let it stand. You know that you have to do something about it, because if you don't, nothing's ever going to change, okay? And I have met and I have talked to and I've been friends with so many girls who have known this, so many girls that have known and accepted and understood that they needed to raise their voice, but they never knew how. Maybe they were too shy, or they came from conservative or strict families. Maybe they were just embarrassed and they didn't want to act alone, but likewise they felt too awkward to ask anyone to help them. The main character of Moxie, Vivian, she personifies this. Vivian is that girl. She hates these stupid rules that are placed on the female students, from fucking heckling football players to ridiculous dress codes, and the fact that even the word feminism, it's treated almost as sacrilege. Feminism is not a bad word. It does not mean anything bad. It does not mean that I hate men or that I want women to be better than men. Feminism means that everyone should be treated equal, you know, like a human being. And being a feminist shouldn't be something that I have to say. Being a feminist should be the default setting for every single human being on this planet. Viv is dealing with all of this, and she knows it's wrong and something has to be done, and she's too scared to act on her own, so she comes up with Moxie. It's a simple hand-drawn zine, I believe is the correct term. It's sort of like a magazine or a comic strip. Anyway, it's called a zine. It's simple, she draws it herself, and it simply says, look guys, this isn't fair, okay? We know this isn't fair, we need to do something about it, so let's do it. And the power that this simple, almost childish thing has, it is absolutely just beautiful, fantastic revolution. Like, it is proof that no matter what you do, no matter how small you feel, no matter how anonymous that you act, you have an effect, okay? And that is something that so many people just don't understand. You don't have to change the world overnight. Nobody expects you to change the world overnight. But doing just one tiny, simple little thing can have such a massive effect. And boys, especially, if I have any male viewers, okay, this is for you. I understand that you might think you are a feminist and you treat women just as fairly as you treat men. And yes, there are a lot of jokes made relating to feminist issues, but those aren't jokes and they aren't funny. So no matter how pro-feminist you are, if you laugh at a kitchen joke made by one of your friends, you are promoting sexism. I understand that you might not believe in it, I understand that you might not even find the joke funny, but you don't want to be the only guy not laughing. But when you do that, when you go along with this, you are promoting sexism. You ever hear a sexist joke or a joke about sexual assault or a joke about sex in general that puts down women, you ask that son of a bitch to explain, and you see him realize how unfunny it is when he tries. Life advice aside, let's talk about Seth, okay? This young, mysterious, beautiful, stereotypical bad boy Seth. And you know, I'm not even annoyed at how much of a stereotype he is, because he is actually a bloody fantastic example of the difference between a bad boy and a bad guy. There is a difference, okay? Let me tell you, there is such a huge difference. He is such a brilliant example of that, okay? There are so many authors that they try, to be fair, a lot of authors do try to get the balance right, and a lot of the time they fail. So to see this, to see Seth actually do the whole stereotypical bad boy with a heart of gold, but still actually be a decent character, that's impressive, okay? Like, Jennifer, the author here, Jennifer got that line beautifully. I think Seth is actually the only bad boy character that I've ever read that genuinely ticked all the healthy person boxes. Yeah, he's a walking stereotype, and being perfectly honest, he doesn't really have much of a function in the story. But, you know, we can forgive that because of how well he's written. As well as that, honestly, the main reason why I can forgive the fact he is a cliché is the fact that he fucks up. So many heroes in stories just can do no wrong. That's not a hero. That's not a protagonist. That's not human, okay? You can't relate to someone who has the most perfect response to every single possible situation. Seth isn't like that. He fucks up. He completely fucks up, okay? He tells Vivian to calm down because not all men. And yes, Seth, you are right. You are 100% correct. Not all men. For example, Gomez Adams would not treat me this way. Not all men. You are right. You are 100% not all men. Here's the thing. There is still enough men to make women worry. And I don't know about you, but I don't feel like playing Russian roulette with my life. And Seth doesn't understand that. He understands that he will never understand. Eventually. It does take him some time. Let's be real about that. But, you know, learns. And he actually sits down and listens to Vivian, okay, as she tries to explain to him, Seth is a good bro. So, moving on from that, can we talk about the stickers that they made? The stickers saying, you are an asshole, because sticking them to the principal's car and that sexist meathead jock rapist's locker? Yes, fucking please. Emma? Oh my gosh, you guys, Emma. Let me tell you something about Emma, okay? There are quite a lot of Emmas in this world. Every school has at least two, and yes, they are pretty, and they are smart, and they are student president or council leader, and quite frankly, they seem untouchable. And a lot of girls hate them for that, because society has conditioned us to be jealous of the girls that boys find more attractive. But Emma, oh my gosh, the Emmas of this world, they're still girls, okay? They're just girls. Girls who experience the same amount of harassment, if not more of it, on a daily basis. And I am so glad that there was an Emma in this book, because this Emma, Moxie's Emma, let me fix this. There we go. What was I saying? The Emma in this book represents all the Emmas in the world, okay? Pretty, smart, boyfriends, fantastic character, everyone is jealous of her, amazing person, seems untouchable, all of that. But this Emma actually spoke out about what happened to her. And these types of girls, I mean, let's be real, society has conditioned us to hate more successful women, because like, women are treated as a competition. Like, you have to be the prettiest, you have to be the smartest, you have to be the most successful. And there are so many Emmas in the world who are hated because of it. And I have done this myself. I have looked at an Emma and I have thought, oh, well, you know, her life is perfect. Nothing at all can happen to her because look how perfect she is. She's just Little Miss Perfect. That's not true. These girls, they're just girls, you know? And that is something that women as well as men need to learn. These type of women are often more commonly the victims of sexual assault. And for the Emma in this book to speak out against it, to tell people what happened, I mean, that is incredible. There are so many people who need to learn that it's okay to speak out, that they need to speak out. But likewise, there are so many so-called perfect women who feel like they can't speak out, that they're not allowed to speak out because their life is so perfect, you know, no one would believe it happened to them. I am just so grateful that Jennifer put an Emma in this book, because those girls need as much love and support and rights as every other type of girl. And at least with this book, one Emma in the world was saved. Where was I? Oh yes, stickers. This all started with the "you're an asshole" stickers. I mean, the methods that Viv uses to get the message out there, to get the word out there, they're incredible. They're passive enough to not immediately get like kicked out, to get dismissed, saying no. Like, it's like the difference between a riot and a protest. Like, there is such a fine line where feminism goes from wanting everyone to be equal to, oh, all women hate men. And to stand up for that, to actually find a feminist way of basically telling the entire school, what the fuck, guys. I think Vivian does that just perfectly. She starts out with drawing on your hands, drawing hearts and stars on your hands if you want things to change. Like, yes, it is addressed in the book, what good did that even do? But Vivian learned from this, and she went on, and there were the stickers. You guys, I'm sorry, I can't get over the stickers. The stickers were just incredible. But then at the end, the walkout, oh my gosh, like, that walkout was just, mwah. It proved beyond all doubt how sexism and misogynism and unwanted advances that are made against every single type of woman. It doesn't matter if you are old or young or black or white or conventionally pretty or otherwise. I mean, this was a group of girls so different from one another and so secluded and separated in their own little cliques that never ever interacted. And they all just came together and they fought for what was right, because like, they knew this has to be put to a stop. It doesn't matter. Sexism doesn't give a damn about who you are. It affects every woman. It affects Emma's, it affects Vivian's, it affects Everyone, okay? And the walk at the end, there are no words in English to properly explain like the absolute swell in my heart that I felt when all of these girls from such incredibly different backgrounds came together and just they started talking. It didn't matter who they were, it didn't matter the colour of their skin or what language they spoke or their social class. It was glorious. On top of that, there is a line that Vivian says in the middle of the walkout. She says, "The principal couldn't expel all of us if we walked out." I was laughing for about 10 minutes after that sentence. Okay, the principal can't expel us if we all do it. I have used that line with my friends so many times in school myself. Every time we did something that was considered unladylike, you got in trouble for it. I went to a very conventional, very old-fashioned school. There were a lot of things that we were not allowed to do, and seeing someone else or reading someone else using the line, "Oh, the principal can't expel us if we all do it." I mean, that just made this book so much more relatable. You guys, this is just such an incredible book. There is so much that I want to say about it, and I don't even have the capacity in any language to say it because it is so incredible. It is just such a brilliant, fantastic piece of feminist literary fiction. And I guarantee you, it will be added to every single university, school, college course required reading list in the future, okay? It's not a classic yet, but it will be. So, go out, pick up a copy of this book, and read, okay? I don't care if you are a woman, a man, both, neither, something in between. Every single person can learn something from this novel, and it is, without a doubt, a story that I will wholeheartedly and somewhat violently recommend until my dying breath. There you go. There's my rant. There's a lot more I could say about this, but I think this video is bordering on like 20 minutes by now. So, I want to hear your guys' thoughts about this book. Put them in the comment below, send me a message on Instagram, Goodreads, NetGalley, all those links will be in the description. Definitely go out and read it if you haven't read it. If you don't like reading, I don't even know why you're here, but for whatever reason, if you don't like reading, check it out on Netflix. Please like, subscribe, comment down below if there's any other books you would like me to review or read. I will talk to you next week.